and welcome to our annual celebration of the Republic Day of India. I'm Riti Bhalla, your host for this program. Joining me later in this celebration is New York Governor David Paterson, along with other public officials who are friends of the Indian American community. Each year, the month of January creates an aura of patriotism amongst people of Indian origin all over the world, as Republic Day falls in this month. It was on January 26, 1950, that the Constitution of India came into force and India became a sovereign, democratic, and republic state. This day marks the recognition that we Indians thrive in a sovereign and secular land that stands for the principles of justice, liberty, and equality, the golden words that form the essence of our preamble. The country finally realized the dream of Mahatma Gandhi and numerous freedom fighters who fought for and sacrificed their lives for the independence of India. The Constitution was drafted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and 6 members of the Constitution Draft Committee. 2 handwritten copies, one in Hindi and the other in English, were then signed by 308 members of the Assembly. January 26th is not just a random date for India to become a sovereign republic. This date was deliberately chosen because it was on this date in 1930 that the Indian National Congress had symbolically declared Purn Swaraj, or complete independence from the British. On this day, the patriotic fervor of the Indian people brings the whole country together, even in her embedded diversity of different religions, cultures, and languages. The regional identity takes a backseat, and what matters most is the universal appeal of unity and brotherhood projected by people all over India. Every Indian heart swells with pride. Each year, the Republic Day is celebrated majestically in New Delhi, where symbols of the nation's military might and cultural wealth are displayed in what is the world's most spectacular parade. Let's watch. As we celebrate the Republic Day of India here in the United States, it is truly my honor to welcome someone enormously popular amongst the Indian American community. Despite his tremendously hectic schedule, he has always found the time to join us in our celebrations and continues to fascinate us with his deep knowledge and love for India. You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the great governor of the Empire State, the Honorable David Paterson. Apart from his remarks on the Republic Day of India and Indian Americans, I will be speaking to him about his inspiring childhood and other fascinating aspects of his life. Governor Paterson, welcome back, and thank you for joining us in our celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Republic Day of India.
Thank you for having me, Riti. I watch over the years how professional you become at this, and now if I had to see you in a couple years, I'll have to probably come to CNN or something. Well, I want to extend the greetings on this 60th anniversary of Republic Day in India on January 26th, which is the anniversary of India's Constitution, which has made the world's largest democracy one of the greatest places to live. And right here in the United States, as in India itself, we are still in many ways recovering from an economic spiral that has lost jobs and homes and opportunities for so many people. But we're all struggling together. And it's great to have such a wonderful Indian population right here in New York State, who, while struggling along with us, has been very charitable, those who have the capacity to help other New Yorkers during this crisis. And of course, just a year and a few months ago, there was a horrible, horrible international tragedy that occurred in Mumbai. But the people of the world came together not only to condemn the violence, but also to bring assistance to the people that lived in that great city. And recently we've had an astronomical tragedy costing hundreds of thousands of lives in Haiti. And so Indians from New York, New Yorkers, and people all around the world are congregating in that relief effort to try to, in some way, lessen the pain of one of the worst tragedies the world has experienced in the last decade. But as for the program, it's great to be back, and it's wonderful to see you.
It's great to have you, Governor. Governor, you are definitely an inspiration to me personally and to thousands of children across the state. Today, I'd like to ask you who your idols and inspirations were as a child.
Well, I'm so old, Riti, that Martin Luther King, whose birthday we just celebrated, is one of the inspirations to me. I used to watch him speak on television. And the United States Senator from New York, Robert F. Kennedy, was another inspiration to me. And then there's so many people that you meet, they're inspirations to you, but other people wouldn't know who they are. But one was a woman named Clarice Broderick. She was my 6th grade teacher. She really believed in me. She thought I could do anything the other children could. And when I had difficulty, she would personally keep me after school to make sure that I learned what the other children were learning. Well, boy, did she pick the right guy, because when I was sworn in as Lieutenant Governor, I had her be the keynote speaker at that event.
Oh, that's amazing, Governor. Governor, can you tell us a little bit about how your visual impairment affected your childhood growing up?
Well, originally most people with my visual impairment would go to special schools for the blind. As a matter of fact, Stevie Wonder, who is 4 years older than me, and he's totally blind, but there was never any thought of him attending any type of public school. And I was one of the first students like that to attend public school in Long Island, because the New York City public school system would not integrate students of my visual impairment with the rest of the class. Then obviously, you know, children are kind of mean to kids who are different in any way, and I went through that whole period. And obviously I could read larger print material, but as we went on in school and we started to read books from the library, they can't large print everything, so I would listen to tapes and became fine-tuned at the ability to listen and to attempt to recall, which has really served me well as governor.
We'll get back to Governor Patterson later in the program, but first, let's watch some more of the parade. My next guest has been at the forefront of public service in New York State for nearly 3 decades. Over the years, he has developed a strong relationship with the Indian American community. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome our friend, New York State Senator, the Honorable Dean Skelos. Senator Skelos, welcome to our program.
Riti, it's great to be with you, and I appreciate the opportunity to say hello to our friends, the Indian American community, throughout New York State and throughout the great country that we live in. Republic Day is a momentous day within the Indian community, and certainly within all communities of this great world that we live in. The Indian American community in the United States is an integral part of our fabric of life. While you've managed to maintain the important parts of your culture, you've also become proud Americans that contribute to the intellectual capacity within our country, but also job creation, which is critically important. So it truly is a pleasure and an honor to have been asked to say hello to the Indian American community as we all celebrate the 60th anniversary of Republic Day And I understand we are going to be viewing a momentous and beautiful parade right now. So I enjoy looking at it, and I urge all of your viewers to watch this parade.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining
Riti.
us. My next guest is the highest elected official of the largest township in America, a town comparable in population to San Francisco and larger than Boston, Baltimore, or Seattle. She is the first woman to be elected supervisor in the town's 365-year history. She has taken numerous initiatives to enhance the quality of life in the town, yet keeping her budget well under control to earn the highest bond rating for any township on Long Island. So she is respected on Wall Street and trusted on Main Street. Kate Murray was the first town supervisor in the entire state of New York to sponsor the celebration of the Republic Day of India at the Town Hall in 2004, which is now an annual feature on Long Island. So for a multitude of reasons, Supervisor Kate Murray has earned the respect and admiration of every Indian American on Long Island and beyond. Supervisor Murray, welcome to our celebration, and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, and Riti, I want to thank you also for singing the national anthems for us each year at our celebration. You know, I became supervisor in 2003, and so by 2004, I knew we absolutely had to introduce a new ethnic celebration at Town Hall. We began the first India Republic Day celebration in January 2004, and we've had it each year since. It's been a wonderful, wonderful celebration and a wonderful vehicle for us in the town of Hempstead to share different ethnicities, to share different cultures, and to bridge that gap that sometimes appears or people feel between different types of people. In the town of Hempstead, we are a melting pot, and so I always want to make sure that everybody feels included in town government, and I thought beginning an India Republic Day celebration would be an appropriate vehicle to do that, and I think it's been very, very successful. Of course, this morning we very proudly raised the Indian flag along with the American flag at 9 a.m. We had a number of Indian American dignitaries with us, as we do each year, and of course tomorrow night, Wednesday, January 27th at 7 p.m., we will be having our India Republic Day celebration.
Thank you for joining us, Supervisor Murray.
Well, it was my pleasure, and you know, I had an opportunity to look at the India Republic Day parade in New Delhi. It's absolutely fabulous. Let's take a look again.